buy my chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Yeah. I miss that lovely voice.
Man.
How's it going, Miss Tiana?
Oh, my God. It's great. How are you, Mr. Reap?
Oh, so glad to be back in warm California.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's been cold everywhere, but I'm good. My voice is a little rough because I've been, New Year's Eve gigs.
Oh, yeah.
How it's a lot of yelling and there's a lot of noise. So I've been doing a lot of shows in December, and but I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, me too.
How are you?
I'm happy to be back as well. I mean, I was gone for almost 3 weeks, so it feels good
to
be back on home soil. And
yeah.
I haven't even got my bearings because I flew back from Munich. We flew back from Munich. We started in Austria, came back through Munich, and I landed Saturday night, and then Sunday was New Year's Eve, so had shows all Sunday night.
What were you doing? Happy Friday, everybody.
Oh, happy Friday.
What were you doing New Year's Eve?
The Comedy Store and the Improv here.
Oh,
I was
nice.
here in
Okay.
town.
You were here.
And then New Year's Day, I was at the Rose Bowl. So
Congratulations.
thank you.
That was an amazing football game.
I'm still shaking from it. Like, I being there was exhausting and insane, and we took a party bus to get there.
I saw your Instagram pictures. You look like you were having a blast.
I definitely did, but it started at 9:45 in the morning, and I did not get home until 9 p.m. And it was just an emotional day, up and down, exhausting. And everyone's like, "Are you going to the national championship game?" And I'm like, "I don't think I physically cannot go.
Your heart won't take
My
it.
heart won't take. I don't know how people from Alabama and like Ohio State do this every
all the
year.
time. Yeah.
Emotionally, I cannot handle it anymore.
It's in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, it's a home game.
I mean, that would be amazing.
Also, tickets are $4,000.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so
There's that.
there's also that.
That's a big one. Well, okay, so first of all, I got so many questions. Party bus started at 9:45 in the
They
morning?
picked me up at 9:45.
And how many people? Do you know
Nine.
everybody in the party bus, or is it?
Yeah. Oh, I did not know everybody.
Okay.
I only knew, 6 or 7 people.
Okay.
Got to know everybody. There was a couple. No.
It was you and your boyfriend.
It was me and my boyfriend, along with a bunch of my other Georgia fan friends.
Gotcha.
And my boyfriend bought a Georgia shirt. He was like all in, and
Team player.
even though he's a huge Baker Mayfield fan, so I had to get him to the other side.
Yeah.
And we were sitting in the Oklahoma section.
Oh no.
So that was difficult.
That was fun.
Al Madrigal got us the tickets, so we were there with Al and his son Lorenzo.
Oh,
my
okay,
godson.
cool.
Yeah, and so we were sitting there, and I stopped drinking before the game because I didn't want to have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, it's so difficult to get in and out.
It's smart, and that's actually that proves that you actually care about the game.
Yeah, and it was so awesome to finally be in a game in Los Angeles where no one left.
Yeah,
no one left, and one of my friends did leave. One of the guys from the party bus left at halftime because he was so upset at Georgia.
Right. Oh, it did. I mean,
he takes things a little too seriously.
I didn't think they were gonna. I mean, it looked like it was not over, but it was a 14-point lead
we were
at the
getting
half or something like that.
Yes, and that was because luckily, I think that's where the momentum shift was right before halftime.
Kick.
The squib kick, we caught it,
right.
which I can't believe we did on the 50, and then a 55-yard field goal. I mean.
Right.
We had just missed a 38-yarder, and Blankenship, who's our kicker, is so good.
Is that the kid with the glasses?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yes.
And he's got a number like a lineman would have, 98.
98, yeah, I know. And then our best defensive player is number 3,
what is that?
Smith. I know, it's so weird. And by the way, I heard Baker Mayfield actually gave credit to Georgia fans because way before the game. He was kind of a douche during the game, and but we got a hold of his phone number, Georgia fans did somehow, once the championship was announced. And my brother-in-law was telling me that Baker Mayfield said that the best text that he got from a Georgia fan was that Roquan Smith was going to hit him harder than the Fayetteville Police Department did, tackle him, because Baker had a DUI and got tackled by the Fayetteville Police Department. So.
Wait, okay. That's the quarterback we're talking about from Oklahoma. Yeah,
the Heisman winner.
He was kind of all season been kind of a douche, right?
Yeah,
talking crap on the other side of the field to the players and
we were on
grabbing his crotch.
Yeah. Yeah,
he did a lot. That's the same guy, right?
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah.
Who's And before the game, so we had media passes because my boyfriend's in sports media.
Right.
So we were able to go down on the field before the game, and we were watching the warm-ups and stuff like that, and everybody's warming up on their side of the field, and then all of a sudden, as our wide receivers are warming up, here comes Baker Mayfield onto our side of the field, just catching passes in the end zone. Not throwing, catching passes in the end zone, just kind of like with his headphones in, just like, here I am, it's my game.
God.
And, of course, every Georgia fan is booing him like crazy because, of course, we outnumbered Oklahoma fans 5-1. And, of course, they're giving him grief. And he ended up catching a pass in the end zone, on our end zone, so it made sense as to why he was warming up. Because I think he was
that trick play that they did.
The trick play
that was
did.
pretty good.
It was a great trick play.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole game was so good. There were so many great plays, and I could not. I mean, again, I'm sitting in the Oklahoma section, so I'm just hearing it. And the guy next to me is a huge Oklahoma fan, and he's like in my ear the whole game, like how I should become a Sooner fan. And he's trying to teach me the cheer, and I'm like, no, I'm not.
No,
I'm just, And Al, and my boyfriend were like, "Do you want to switch seats?" And I'm like, "It's okay at this point. I'm just like." Zoned in.
Was Al rooting for, Georgia because he's with you, but did he have a stake in this?
He didn't have a stake. He just wants, they live right by the Rose Bowl, so they're going to be coming to the games every year, and he just kind of wanted to make this an institution with Lorenzo and
that's cool.
Come to the game. And so, they just couldn't believe that it was such a high-scoring game. None of us could. It was just back and forth and back and forth. It was an emotional roller coaster. I think it was a really fun game for anybody that was not an Oklahoma or Georgia fan.
Yeah.
It was by far the greatest Rose Bowl of all time.
Yeah.
And the first one to go into overtime, let alone a
double
second
overtime.
Yeah. And as soon as we blocked that kick, I could not believe that we blocked that field goal. I couldn't believe they didn't go for it on fourth down because it was fourth and less than one.
Yeah, but that's ballsy too, though.
Yeah, it is.
That's like, we were making bets. I happened to be in the at the airport on my way back here. I took a late flight from wherever, Nashville here, and the game was on at the gate, and no one wanted to get on the plane.
Right? Yeah.
So everyone was just kind of wait, hang on, and then around me, people were like, "Do you go for it? Do you kick it? Do you go for it?" Yeah, I was like, "No, you have to kick it.
You have to."
And they got blocked. So
and
maybe not.
I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Oh man, if we block this kick, that'd be so awesome." And then, of course, we did. I couldn't believe. I'm just like preparing myself constantly. I'm like, you know what? After the Super Bowl, after all of that, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. Happy to be in the conversation. And then we block that kick, and it's like you get a taste of blood, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, we could just run the ball and then kick a field goal because we have a great field goal kicker. And then the very first play, they, practically sack. We lose yardage on the first one. I'm like, oh God, we have to keep going forward if we want to make this field goal because he had missed a 38-yard field goal earlier in the game.
Yep.
And then, as soon as Sony Michel gets the ball and breaks free, I'm like, oh, we have a first, and then I just immediately started crying. Like I could not. It was like every emotion in my, every single loss, every single World Series that we've lost, every playoff game, everything in my heart as a sports fan from Georgia. It was every emotion that I could possibly go through, and I just buckled. It had been a long day and an emotional day already, and I just immediately my boyfriend's trying to hold me up, and I can't even I'm done, and then it's just beeline for the gate for the Oklahoma fans, and I just can't move. And then Al's like, let's go, and I'm like, I can't leave right now. I have to
just stand here and enjoy this moment.
I have to be here and let the confetti hit me. And I wanted to watch a little bit of the ceremony, the trophy ceremony. That's just also a rare thing for me. I never get to see anything like that, and especially as a Georgia fan, we have not been in this position. We won an SEC championship 12, 13 years ago.
Right, it's been a while.
And but we didn't go. I don't think we didn't go to the big game from there, and we haven't been in a Rose Bowl since 1943.
Wow.
So,
this is all. I think everyone was rooting for Georgia. Most people who don't care were kind of rooting for Georgia.
Yeah.
One, because they hate that other guy's quarterback.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of a douchey.
Yeah.
And then you have a kicker who looks like Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. and a true freshman. Who's kicking ass. And so it's of course, Georgia.
Jake from State From. That's his Twitter handle.
State From.
Literally last year he was in high school. He was in high school last year.
He's been a star for a long time, though. Didn't he win the Little League World Series
Yeah, I think yeah,
Like,
he did.
He was on TV as a child winning the World Series.
And honestly, like if you think about big moments like that, you need somebody that doesn't really understand how big of a moment it is for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like that blessing of youth where you're like, all right, I just need to keep playing and just stay focused and just do what I do.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
ignorance
he has
is
no
bliss.
idea how big this moment is,
yeah.
and he might not ever know until 30 years from now.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, he is a legend in Georgia history from the rest of his life. And what's crazy is that he beat out, so our number one quarterback, Jacob Eason, who was a true freshman last year,
Right.
who was a phenom in high school. We got him from Washington, and Matthew Stafford convinced him to play at Georgia. So we got the number one quarterback recruit last year. He played all last year. First quarter of our first season opener this year, he goes down, gets injured with a knee injury. Jake Fromm comes in as the true freshman, and we're all like, season over.
here we go.
That's it. This is another year. And just lights out.
Just
that
starts
kid
winning.
just starts winning. I mean, he had 20,000 yards in high school, that kid.
Man. So I didn't know all this. That's
And then
pretty cool.
we also have the number one quarterback coming in as a true freshman next year.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, and
dynasty time.
And that guy is apparently the greatest quarterback of any quarterback class that's ever come into college football in like the
Wow.
last 10 years or something like that. So he might beat out Jake Fromm for the position, you know.
Yeah. Oh,
It
that'd
is-
be interesting.
Yeah, it is just insane what is happening right now, and I'm very excited for next Monday, but I just don't even know if my heart can take it. You know, it's just
Well, I think most people will be rooting for you guys because, I mean, we're all done with Roll Tide.
yeah.
I mean, come on. I was rooting for Clemson, but I was in the air, so I didn't get to watch it at all. And Atlanta's like,
Yeah.
oh, they only scored 6 points.
Yeah,
I
I couldn't
didn't
believe
I
that.
didn't know any highlights of that one at all. I mean, but now that it's you and Roll Tide, it's go Georgia.
And our coach used to be the, I think, defensive coordinator at Alabama last. So we got him from Alabama this year. So this is his first year as our head coach.
Are they predicting a close game?
Gosh, I don't even know what the
what the line is yet?
no.
It's going to be.
I mean, we were predicted to win that game by 3, and then we did.
Oh, that's right.
So
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
Dang,
2.5.
Vegas knows what they're doing.
I know. I just
That's crazy. Well, congrats.
thank you.
And
Thank
I
you.
think that because I still love this kicker dude. It looks like Buddy Holly. Every time he comes onto the field, they need to play that Weezer song. You know, the band just
Yeah. They should.
Yeah, and then it's like it could be his thing.
There's so many great storylines for the guys on our team, and like our two running backs, Sony Michelle and Nick Chubb, they're called Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah.
That's their nickname. It was like to me the coolest name for the two-headed snake ever, like the double running back situation. And I think both of them would be Heisman, candidates if they didn't have to split running the ball.
Right.
I mean, both of them have over 100 yards almost every game.
They need 2 balls.
So funny. Like before the game, like I said, I was lucky enough to be down on the field, and I realize how lucky I am, fraud listeners, and I'm not trying to brag, but just being down on the field was insane. I grabbed some of the grass, I stuck it in my pocket, and
Yeah.
I'm going to try and sell it. No, I'm just kidding. But
Try to smoke
I
it.
took a picture of they have all, the bags of balls for every, they had like, and
Yeah.
it said, QB on it, this big bag, and I was like, do y'all want to see Jake
you?
Fromm's balls? I was like,
I found his ball bag.
I saw Jake Fromm's balls before the game. Zima was here, and I would just show that bag. And
You're like, oh, these are properly flated. I like these balls.
I did not check. But yeah, it was a crazy experience. I can't believe that you were in the air.
Yeah, I do this on New Year's the next day because I know New Year's Eve is going to be a crazy night no matter where I'm at. If I'm doing comedy, I happen to be in Nashville, which is also one of my favorite cities.
Right.
And I know tons of people there, so
Right.
it turned into an all-nighter, and I know it will.
It's almost like a hometown show
So
at
I
this
said,
point.
get me the latest flight the next day.
Oh, you
And
did?
it happened to be like a 9 p.m. flight leaving Nashville. Got me here at midnight. Actually, I didn't land at 1. But anyway, I missed
You
the
must
whole
be so
Clemson game.
exhausted.
Yeah, I was pretty tired. But
I'm sure you're exhausted.
well, you can tell my voice is not all here. So I mean, it's a lot of doing the 2 shows Sunday, 2 shows Saturday, 2 shows Friday. Did a show Thursday and Wednesday in Huntsville, Alabama. Before that, so I just like pew, 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 all in a row.
And how are the shows in Nashville?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. I've been going there for so long. It's just I always do good there, and then New Year's Eve on top of it. Even better. So
Amazing.
So it was great. And I talked to Dorfman about, they're doing the Wild West Comedy Fest again.
Right.
I think we might be getting an invite
Oh, good.
to do a live podcast.
Oh.
There. Yeah. Because he said he's going to make that happen. So
Aaron,
look for that offer coming at you soon.
get your
I got inside information.
flight wings on.
That's right, buddy. And Aaron is sporting. Well, I don't know where to go from here. I want to talk more about your Christmas trip too.
Oh, that's okay. We have
All right.
plenty of
But
30 minutes.
Aaron's got the shirt on.
He's got the Coneweed shirt on.
Yeah.
Which you sent us for Christmas.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're certainly welcome. My dad got a different version of that. I got the same one you got. I got myself one. I got you guys the exact same one.
So nice of you. Thank you very
I
much.
thought you needed the Coneweed shirt.
My town, my weed.
That's right.
That's what it says. My town, my weed. It's so fun.
I was home, obviously, Hickory for Christmas. That town where that weed is only about an hour, maybe 45 minutes from there. So me and my dad took a trip.
First of all, I saw your Instagram story of it, and my mom and I watched it together.
Yeah.
We were so happy and so excited.
It was, I had to go see it.
I was excited to see it too. I was excited just to see it.
I didn't know there were two of them.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Well, I took my little iPod, my podcast equipment with me, and I did like a 5-minute little interview. If you want to hear it, can we play it, Aaron? You want to hear this real quick?
Of course,
Okay.
I want to hear this.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's your pal John Reap here. I am at the Coneweed. That's right. I'm walking around right now at the Huntersville Fire Department, station number 2. You can probably hear it's right off a major highway. Lots of traffic going through here. And I came with my dad to check out the Coneweed, and I figured there'd be a lot of people here, and I don't see anybody. But I'm taking pictures. I guess I'll just interview my dad if I have to. But it's pretty cool. I mean, there's actually 2 Coneweeds. You got one that's where the original used to be, across the street from the fire department. And that one they put up there, it's a brand new one. That one's it's pathetic. It's like a Charlie Brown Coneweed Christmas tree. Then you got this other Coneweed that they put across right here in the parking lot of the fire department, and that one's decked out. Actually, wait, here comes somebody. Let's see if we can talk to these people. Let's see what we got going on here. 2 people. Let's see if they know anything about the Coneweed. We'll get to the bottom of this. Hey, how are you guys?
Fine, how you doing?
What's your name?
My name's Hope.
What's it? Hope?
Hope,
Nice
yes.
to here. Hold this here,
Yeah,
Hope.
certainly.
So, what brings you out here today? You here to see the Coneweed?
Yes, we heard a lot about it. Don't live too far from here and thought we'd ride by and see what it was all about.
Now, do you know anything about the Coneweed?
I know the Coneweed got burned down,
I did.
unfortunately, by the city, but they've tried to resurrect it and done a very good job, I
Well,
think.
it looks nice. Do you know? I don't know how it started. I'm very confused. I know they got 2 Coneweeds out here. You got one on the other side of the street. That's kind of weak. You know, that's.
I wonder if that was the original one, but
I think my dad was telling me that's where the original used to be.
Okay.
And then they cut that and they moved it over here. And I guess that's like, in memory of where the Coneweed was.
Right. A friend here, do you know
What's your name?
I'm Brenda.
Brenda.
And yes, that was the original Coneweed, but then they mowed it down, and so they had to resurrect. You're exactly right.
Now, I see that there's lots of presents
Yes,
under the Coneweed. I
noticed
feel
that.
bad, Dad, because we didn't bring anything for the Coneweed. You guys didn't happen to bring any gifts for the Coneweed, did you?
You know, I really don't think I have some crackers in my car, but you know what? It's the thought that counts. That's the whole thing about
That's
the season,
right. Now, I'm looking at some of these gifts. We got other cones
A lot of cones.
around the
yeah.
Coneweed. That's like maybe the baby cones.
Uh-huh.
You got like Big Daddy
Holding
cone.
up its arms.
Yeah. Oh, I see that now.
You see that?
Yeah. And we've got some other presents. You got a little inflatable Santa Claus. You got bricks. You got a little toy fire truck.
Quite a bit of personality.
So I wonder, I mean, I don't know if you know the answer to this. I'm just curious. Was this whole thing started as an accident, you think? Like it was
Yes.
just left out there, and then they neglected this cone for a long time?
I think somebody saw the weed and it just started being a staple here, and then
It was like a joke. Someone
they
said,
wanted
let's
to protect
decorate it.
And
Yeah.
you know how things happen.
How long do you think it's been? I mean, the original cone, is this over a year?
Grew up this summer, I believe.
This summer. And then someone said, let's have fun with this.
Correct.
And then started decorating it maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. Dad, let's ask David Reap over here. This is my dad. Do you know anything?
Hi.
Anything you could offer the Coneweed
I
story?
think you've pretty well covered it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, thank you, Dad.
Man, a few words.
It's the man. He's like, stop talking to me. So I wonder what's in these gifts. You
wanna
think there's
open
anything
them?
in there? you think we get in trouble?
Let's just go look at them. You want to shake them?
I think we should go in there and see what's in there. Thank you, Hope.
You're welcome.
I like you. All right. This one, it's pretty light.
Yeah.
I bet you it's empty.
You know, a cone doesn't probably need a lot. A cone weed doesn't, but it's
Just
nice
some
that
water.
people thought of him, right?
Right. Just some
Or her.
water, some
Yeah.
sunlight,
Attention,
attention.
which it's getting a lot of.
Now, I think I wonder if these things light up. They've got a little battery
Probably
pack
on a
on it.
timer.
Oh, look at that. It's a timer thing.
You wanna-
So this actually has lights on
Yeah.
it. We're here in the
Yeah.
daytime. You can't tell. You can't see the lights.
No,
but
I'm
they're-
sure they have it.
Yeah.
There's some rocks that people have personalized. This is pretty cool.
I'm
Look
glad
there.
that you're here because I came here hoping there'd be some people out here to talk
I
about
wish
this.
I knew more to talk about. I mean, I've read it in the paper, but I would have Googled it if I knew I was going to be interviewed.
What I noticed that I walked around the fire department hoping to talk to one of these firemen. I don't see anybody in there.
I saw one of the fire engines leave a few minutes ago, but
Oh,
it didn't seem like
missed
an
'em.
emergency, so
Yeah, they're probably going to get more
they're
presents
hanging
for the
out
Conway.
shopping.
Well, okay. Well, I think we're pretty much covered. There you go, folks.
Well,
thank
thank
you,
you.
Hope. I
Thank you.
appreciate you
Nice
doing
to
that.
see
You have a Merry Christmas. And, folks, there you have it. Legend of the Coneweed. I just thought I'd give you a quick update. It's still here. It's still kicking. And if you want to help these children's charities in Huntersville, North Carolina, you can go to the website and get yourself a T-shirt. All right. Bye. Oh, that was fun.
Oh, that was so good.
I thought it'd be more crowded than that, to be honest with you. But it was a cold day, and that was fun, just spending time with my dad and seeing
about-
the two weeds.
What about what were the presents underneath it?
Yeah, there were. You know what? I didn't open any, but I
Oh, you
imagine
didn't?
they're just like I didn't bring anything either. I felt really bad.
So
I
like
felt
Miracle
I should-
Grow.
Like I should have brought something to add to this.
Oh man, you didn't.
No, I didn't bring anything.
Well, you bought the shirts, and that's helping keep
That-
Coneweed alive.
That's how I look at it. And so there was a little baby coneweed across the street, and then had the bigger one, the original one, right there.
The original.
Yeah, and then some random dude was driving by because it's right in front of a major not a major highway, but a busy highway, and lots of traffic. And this dude goes Reap, and he just pulled in. He goes John Reap.
No way.
I said, yeah, dude, I'm here for the coneweed. He goes, oh, that's hilarious. And so I talked to him for a minute, and then I'd interviewed these other two girls that were there. But anyway, that was I had to go see the coneweed.
And was it everything that you ever wanted in a weed?
It was more because it was not just decorated; it had lights on it. But we were there in the daytime, so you didn't get to turn the lights on.
You didn't get the full effect.
You got to go back at night to get the full coneweed effect. And it probably would have helped if we'd smoked some coneweed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's.
I'm like, if I'm going to be that close to home and it's Christmas, we're going to go see the coneweed.
Well, how often do people stop? And I mean, obviously, people stop and
Most people
visit it.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, there wasn't many.
Was
then.
there a line?
Yeah. Oh my God, traffic was so bad getting it to the coneweed. It was just backed up. But yeah, no, it's well, tell me about your trip to Vienna.
Yeah, I went to Vienna, Austria, and Munich, Germany. So because my cousin recommended it, it was to go to the Christmas markets because in that area of the world, Christmas markets are a big deal. And Christmas markets over there are like...
What does that mean, Christmas market?
A Christmas market is basically like a farmer's market here,
Okay.
sort of. But they don't... but it's like a bunch of little booths, and people are selling handmade toys and
Tchotchke
ornaments
stuff.
and
Yeah.
tchotchke, like little stuff. But then the big thing is that there's lots of food vendors, and there's all of these hot wine or hot punch vendors.
Ooh,
so
cider
yes,
type things?
Yes. So the famous thing is the Glühwein, which is like hot mulled wine, basically.
Oh my!
And
Never heard of that.
Yeah,
I thought you said glue.
Glühwein is
That's
how they pronounce it.
Glue.
Glühwein.
Glühwein.
Yeah, GLU with the
Some sort of
umlaut over it or something.
Yeah, like something that we don't have over here.
Glühwein maybe is how.
Glühwein.
Yeah, and so I didn't realize that when you go to the market and you go up to the counter to get whichever punch you want. There's all kinds of different ones. Some of them have vodka, some of them have rum, some of them have schnapps, and then there's also the wine part. And so it's €3 to get a cup of the wine, which is $3.50 American.
Not bad.
But then they'll charge you an extra €3 first because of the mug. It comes in a solid mug, like with the name of the market that you're
it's
at.
Specific. Oh,
Yeah, so you can keep it,
uh-huh.
or you can turn it back in at the end of the day and get your money back. So you just get
it's
that
like
refilled,
you're
kind
renting
of.
the mug almost.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
like-
just keep
like
getting it refilled.
Some bars do that for Moscow mules.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
so that you don't
because
keep.
you're going to steal it.
Yeah, they know
Yeah.
you're going to steal the expensive copper cup.
Yeah.
So yeah, they all have their own mugs for whichever market you go to, and then it's your souvenir. And I just collected a bunch of those, and that's when
Oh.
I took the mug shot
Ha!
picture.
Nice. You have to post that now.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I know I did post it.
Oh, where have I
Where
been?
have you? You have not been following
Oh,
me
no.
on Instagram. So, yeah, that was it was great. And also, like, my boyfriend does not drink wine, but he became a wine lover over there because it's sweet. It's like candied wine, kind of. So there's sugar and spices.
If you're
in
going to
it.
drink wine, that's the place to do it.
It is the place,
You
and
gotta
it's
do it
hot,
there.
and it's because it's cold outside, and
I've never
it's
had
snowing.
a hot wine.
Oh yeah. Oh, I should bring you some. I make it at home, so I will bring
Yeah.
you some. Yeah, I will
Hot
bring you
wine.
some so that you can experience it. But the fun part is just carrying it all over town or
Mm-hmm.
the market, and eating all of their pretzels and their
Oh, right.
Wiener Schnitzels, hot dogs. Lots of brats.
Yeah.
I'm just full of wine and brats and cheese
Meats
right
and
now.
cheeses, yeah.
So that is my New Year's resolution, is to go vegan for the year.
Oh, no kidding.
Which is really
Woo!
well. I'm still gonna eat sushi.
You're
I've
gonna
decided
go
to do
veggie,
that.
then vegetarian maybe, not vegan.
Pretty much, but I'm not gonna have dairy, which is
Yeah.
difficult for a
Yeah.
Southern person
I
because
thought about that actually, doing that. Well, the exact same thing. I thought about it.
I think it's because I'm going to be 40 in February next month, and my focus this year was just to have a lot of energy. Last year, my New Year's resolution was to become the strongest that I've ever become. Physically. Uh-huh.
'Cause you can't get stronger than that mentally.
Emotionally.
Oh, emotionally.
No.
Okay.
You can't get stronger than
No, it's
like
just
as a
big as it
comedian,
gets.
you know.
Right,
yeah,
right.
right. No, yeah. So my goal was to like be able to do a handstand, which I am able to do now, and like stuff like that.
Right.
And so this year, my goal is to have a lot of the most energy that I've had since I was young. And so I think the best way for me to do that is to cut out a lot of things that make you tired as you get older, which is
Well, meat,
meat and cheese.
carbs for me will do it.
Yeah.
Like if I just load up on chips or bread or anything that's got a lot of carbs in it will
Yeah, it
kind
makes
of
you
just make
tired.
you go bleh,
Yeah, you're
like
just
that.
Yeah.
So I'm almost the opposite in a weird way, where it's just meat.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was in Raleigh doing gigs. An Indian friend of mine, he goes like, I've been a vegetarian for a long time, and he doesn't really talk about it, or it's not in your face. But he's like, dude, you're gonna get cancer. It's gonna happen. I'm
It is-
like, oh no, now it's in my head.
Well, I think we talked about this before about Canada and like how their food system is so different than our system here in America because they have nationalized health care, so they don't want any of their people to get sick because
Right,
they have
'cause
to
it costs
pay
more.
for that.
Yeah, yeah.
And so their meat regulations up there are so much different than here in America. And when you go to another country, you realize how different things taste everywhere else.
That's true.
That like how delicious their meats and cheeses are because they're so fresh and
And you can't fathom what that is because you haven't had it. You have no brain capacity to know it because
Right.
your tongue's never tasted that.
Right, but then if you do want that here, it's so expensive.
Uh-huh.
If you really
Oh,
want,
right.
organic, free range,
Right.
whatever,
Flown in from Vienna.
right, like Bargatze says, like their list of hobbies on the on the egg box. So yeah, I think the eggs and the dairy is going to be the hardest. The
will
meat
be
won't
hard.
be that bad because I'll still be able to have fish.
Okay. All
But I'm
right.
probably just going to do the raw fish.
Well, so how's it going, day 2?
Yeah. Today's the first day because I did not start it yesterday
right,
at the
'cause
game.
you get a pass.
I get a pass for yesterday at
That's
the game.
Georgia.
Well, I heard that that did you hear this? That your rap name for 2018 is the word Lil, and the first thing that you bought in 2018.
Oh no.
So my rap name would be like Lil Sausage Biscuit.
Wait, 21st.
I was gonna say Lil Biscuit.
Oh, mine would be Lil Jaeger.
That's pretty appropriate for you.
Yeah, well,
Lil Jaeger.
It was it'd be a little champagne. It'd be something with champagne because that's we're all doing the toast or whatever.
But do you buy that?
That's correct.
didn't
I didn't
buy
buy
that.
it. Okay.
So what's the first thing that you bought
First
in
thing I
2018?
bought.
You must have bought something at the
It would have
airport.
been like it would. Because I had a late checkout.
Little Advil.
I had a late checkout. Well, I had already purchased that. It was Chinese food. It would have been little. Oh God, what do you call those things?
Egg roll.
Had that too. I'm not sure which
Dumpling?
came first. Dumpling. No, it wasn't a dumpling. It was wonton. I'm Lil Wonton.
That sounds like a really cool rap name.
It sounds like a Star Wars character.
Lil Wonton.
Lil Wonton. Did you see Star Wars?
No, I'm not a
Okay.
big
That was never your
Star
thing.
Wars person. I was popular in high school, so I'm just kidding. Did you see it?
Yes. I've seen
And?
it twice now.
Oh, you okay? So you
Yeah,
liked
I
it.
enjoy.
Aaron,
the
did you
Stars
see?
and
I
the
know
Wars.
Aaron saw it. I know Aaron's dying to get in on this.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Do you think that's what your mom's movie review is going to be? The
Well, let's call her and see. I know for a fact she didn't see Star Wars because the whole family went except for her, and she was not feeling well that day.
Aw,
So let's just give her old buzzard and see what movie she might be
I
talking
wonder what
about.
movie she did see.
Oh yeah, you guys will make it quick. Oh, we didn't do that, did we?
Prediction.
Yeah. I hope she went to go see Star Wars like on her own for this report.
Yeah,
for
I
this
know,
review.
right? That would be great. Hello.
Hello.
Mama, what are you doing?
Waiting for you to call.
Well,
Yeah.
here I am. Say hey to Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Miss Betty. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So,
Did
Mom,
you have a good vacation?
I did have a wonderful vacation. Thank you for asking. Did you have a good Christmas?
We had a nice Christmas.
Oh,
yeah.
did
I
you get
enjoyed
anything good for Christmas? What did Santa bring you?
Oh, gosh, I got money and gift cards and a jacket and perfume and lotion and all kinds of good stuff.
Ooh, that's very nice.
it. We had fun. I was there for like a good 9 days straight, and we did all kinds
Yes.
of fun stuff.
What did Santa bring you, John?
Oh, yeah, let's see. What did I get? Mom got me, but based on this podcast,
Oh, nice.
we talked about.
A muzzle?
That should probably need one of those.
I love that she laughed at that. That makes me feel good.
No, there was an episode where I talked about how I got Legos for a gift one time, and I got mad and I like cried because my brother got a transistor radio, and I was jealous, and I made my aunt feel bad about the Lego gift, and I had to apologize. And so my mother got me a Lego alarm clock.
Aww.
Transistor radio.
Yeah.
Yes, it's that as well. I didn't think of. Well, full circle, Mom. Good job.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right.
What a good listener. That's so sweet.
Yeah,
That's
so-
so meaningful.
Yeah, I got that, and we love doing the gift cards, you know. So we do a lot of gift cards, and it's mostly about kids. So we just get the real gifts for gifts for kids, and then we just go gift cards or cash, or we go out and eat together. But we, Mom, remember playing? Have you ever played kick golf?
No.
Have you heard of that,
No.
Aaron?
That was so much fun.
Yeah, so there's this old golf course that just is no longer, right? So someone bought the golf course and said, I'm going to make it like Frisbee golf and kick golf. So you know Frisbee golf,
Yes.
not ultimate Frisbee golf. It's just like golf, except there's no, you just
Club.
kick a ball.
What, not like a golf ball. You
Right.
must kick like
A soccer
what-
ball.
A soccer ball.
So you go there and they give you a soccer ball and you keep score like you would golf, and it's like how many times it takes you to get to the hole with the less kicks.
And y'all wouldn't play that as a family?
Yeah.
That is so fun.
Mom, dad, brother, all kids, it was amazing.
That
Yeah, so from all ages, everyone could do it, and we just laughed and had a great time.
we
Yes, we did.
my family and I we normally go to Rock City for Christmas, which is beautiful because you can see they have all these Christmas lights set up, and it's lovely. But we've done it a bunch of times, and so I set up an escape room for us to go to as a family instead because they had one that was Christmas themed.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Tell my mother what that is, because I barely know what an escape room is.
An escape room is they put you all in, there's between 2 to 8 people can go into a room, and they don't give you the only instruction that they gave us was the Grinch has stolen all the presents and you have to get them back for Santa to deliver on Christmas Eve. And that's all the information that you have, and then you walk into the room and you just have to find clues and try to get out of the room in 45 minutes. And
So there's like a
Wow.
table with like a box on it or an envelope or
it was just set up like a
something.
little living room.
Okay.
And there were gifts under the tree and little books and stuff everywhere. And so you just have to figure out what sayings mean or what numbers mean. And,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. So it is. I kept every time I've heard of it, I'm like, I have no idea where you'd even start. And it is amazing how you start putting numbers together and you're like, oh, this must mean this. And then, oh, this box goes here. And
Yeah.
we ended up getting out with 8 minutes to spare.
Wow.
And
Wow.
we had so much
Oh,
fun because it was just us family, and my niece was with us, and she was able to do it as well. So it was like everybody was able to work. Everybody had their own little things that they were good at.
Yeah.
And nobody felt left out or not included.
No arguments.
No arguments. And we just had such a blast doing that together.
Well, that sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've heard of something like that for Halloween as well, where they make it like a scary one of that.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
This
I'm
seems
terrified
more
of
like,
everything.
let's just worry about getting out of this room
This
and
is-
not dying.
Yeah, they usually have different scenarios. Like sometimes it'll be like a World War II bunker, and you have to save the world from a nuclear
Right,
thing, or there's a zombie and you're trying to get out. You've probably done one, Aaron?
I did one here in L.A. Yeah, it's we're trapped in a serial killer's basement,
Wow,
and we died.
you died.
Oh,
Oh, you
no.
didn't make it out.
No,
Oh, man.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
yeah.
We did.
Well,
My
we're not-
family did. My
maybe,
family's really good.
Next Christmas. Yeah. Sorry to hear about you and your friends, buddy. Her family's awesome.
Yeah, my family's amazing.
I'd like to try that one day. So, Mother, let's see. Did you watch a movie that you'd like to tell us about?
Yes.
Oh, that
Please.
sounds like it was a good one.
Now, are we choosing between some, or are you just going to go right into one?
Well, I'll tell you about the most recent. We went on the 1st,
Okay.
January 1st. We went to see Downsizing.
Oh, I want to see
The
that.
Matt Damon one.
Yes, Matt Damon and Kristen Wiig.
Yes.
And there was a girl in there that played the part of a Vietnamese dissident. Her name was Hong, Hong, Chow, Chau. She was hilarious. I fell in love
yeah?
with her.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen the previews. I want to see it just because I love the idea of it. And I don't know if it's a comedy, but go ahead, Mom. What do you think? Or...
Well, as it's beginning, you hear of scientists in Norway that found a way to protect the Earth's resources and produce less waste by efficiently and painlessly shrinking people to 4 or 5 inches tall.
Yes.
And this is promoted by seminars telling all about what life would be like in leisure land.
Mm-hmm.
And, gosh, I can't think of his name. He played in
The lead guy?
Doogie Howser?
Doozy. Yeah, what's his name?
Neil Patrick Harris?
Yes. He was one of the ones that was holding the seminars and talking about how he showed us the mansion in Leisureville where he lived, and his wife was taking a bubble bath, and she'd been shopping, and he said, how much did you spend? And she had got a diamond necklace and a diamond ring and earrings to match, and she ended up spending $63 on all that.
Oh.
They just told you, it's like letting you know just how rich you are in leisure land if
Right.
you sell all of your earthly possessions and turn it over to this company. Then what if you were worth $200,000, you would be worth $2 million in leisure land.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh,
that sounds
just,
great.
That just begs a good question. Like, would you do it?
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
I mean, if everybody else is going to do it, I'd be
Yeah, why
like,
not?
why not?
Yeah, if everybody else was doing it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Matt and his wife Audrey, which is played by not Matt, but Paul and his wife Audrey, played by Matt and Kristen. They're living financially stretched, and they need a bigger house. And they went to the bank for a loan. They were turned down, and so they went to a high school reunion. And one of their classmates had downsized, and he was carried to the reunion in a glass box, him and his wife. And
Oh, man.
Paul and his friend Dave, they left the rest of the group, and he was telling him how wonderful it was and how luxurious the living was, and that you never wanted for anything. And so they talked Dave and Audrey into doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So they liquidated all their resources and found that they could live in a mansion too and have everything they could ever want.
Oh,
And when they went to this place, they were separated because the men went with the men and the women went with the women for all that they had to go through. They had to be totally shaved, their whole body. They had to have dental work done because if you didn't get rid of fillings and bad teeth, you could explode and all this stuff. So they were separated.
wow.
And so he, 5 hours later, he was waiting for her to show up, and he got a phone call, and it was her. She had changed her mind.
Oh.
So here he is, all alone in this great big mansion, and he was depressed and lonely. And then she files for divorce,
Oh.
and he had to sell his part of the mansion and just get an apartment, which was a nice apartment and everything, but.
Yeah.
He was still.
But he's rich.
He's rich,
Maybe not. I don't
but
know.
he's lonely.
Yeah.
He's lonely, and so he has a neighbor that parties all the time, and his name was Duskin. And he was played by Christopher Watts.
I don't know
I
that
think
one.
that was his name.
Okay.
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Watts. Yeah.
Okay, and he was hilarious, but he partied all the time, and he finally got Paul to come to one of his parties. And he got high and passed out. And also, before he went to this party, he also found out that in this downsizing thing that some of the people were punished if they, like some countries that were overcrowded or their jails were too full, they downsized these people and sent them to these terrible, crowded, rundown villages.
Against their will.
Yes, and they are poor and they're sick and they have to work real hard for food and medicine.
Goodness.
And that's where the cleaning crew came from that came to his neighbor's house to clean up his apartment after the party.
Mm-hmm.
And he meets that, she was called Lan Train or something like that in the movie.
Oh, the Vietnamese
And she's
girl.
just, she is so bossy and, and Paul just was, I don't know, he just was amused by her, and he started helping her because she lived in that terrible place, and she would take things out of the refrigerator to take to the people because the rich guy didn't need it, and after the party he was going to throw it out anyway, and she would take medicine out of his medicine cabinet. And Paul started helping her, and they just grew closer and closer together. And I'm not going to tell you everything else about it, but they end up together, and she is hilarious in this movie.
Well,
you've got to see it. We loved it.
Okay, so, I mean, how many thumbs are we giving out of 10 thumbs?
We're going to give it 10.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Yes, you got to see it because it's a drama,
Okay.
and it's also a comedy.
Yeah.
I like those where you can laugh and cry at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
It
good
was-
full movie right there.
Yeah, it was sad that his wife changed her mind and left him there all alone, and then divorced him and had to take most of his money from him. But then he met this crazy, mixed-up, funny woman,
Oh, man.
and
I didn't
they
know
fell
that
in
was-
love.
I'm glad that's out because I've been seeing the previews and I was like, okay.
I got a screener for it, so I can't wait
Oh,
to watch it. I gotta
wait,
see
I gotta
it.
get one, too.
Yeah,
They're
you
starting to
probably
come out
got-
now.
Yeah, the other starting.
Oh, yeah, see, I just got home. I've been gone for a month.
Right, yeah.
Oh, good deal. So 10 regular-sized thumbs up for Downsizing. Mom, do you remember the movie The Incredible Shrinking Woman with Lily Tomlin?
Yes.
Did you ever see that, Sarah?
I did not see that.
Aaron,
Sorry.
Before your time. It's a good one.
I remember Inner Space. Do you remember Inner
with
Space
Paul
with Dennis
Martin
Quaid?
Short. No, Martin Short's in it though, isn't he?
Oh, maybe.
I think.
In Inner Space, yeah.
Yeah. Martin Short and Dennis Quaid. They're
Yeah,
both
they
in it,
get
yeah.
injected into
it.
your blood or
Yeah,
whatever, something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I love those kind of like that's science
Sci-fi.
fiction. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a Black Mirror episode.
A what?
Black Mirror? You
No.
never? Oh,
What's
that's
that?
a Netflix show. That's
Oh, I
like,
gotta watch that.
That's about metaphorically about what could happen in the world.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm in then.
It's pretty insane.
That's brand new then, isn't it? Ish.
No. It's on his third
Yeah,
season.
fourth season.
Fourth.
Well,
There
then
you
I'll
go.
just wait till it's over and binge watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Mom, I guess that means you did not go because we all went to see Star Wars, but Mom wasn't feeling well, so she didn't get to go. I'd like to get Dad's opinion on Star Wars since is he around?
He's asleep in the recliner. Let me see if I can wake him up. He had a hard day. His first day back at work.
My dad's been retired for a little while. Then he got bored and said, "I need to get back out there."
Really?
So he's a bailiff at a courthouse. Yeah, my dad used to be a cop before he was.
He's still a cop, right? Never not
He's
been.
never stopped being
Yeah,
a cop.
right, as he told us.
I mean, I'm reminded of that when we got to eat because he has to have the seat with his back against the wall so he can
Right.
see people coming in and out of the store.
As we heard that he did not like that in Hilton Head or whatever with his
Yeah,
back to the door. He
that's
was very
right.
upset.
So no, don't wake him up, Mom, if he's asleep.
We can ask him next week.
Yeah, is he still
Okay,
asleep? Though?
you can ask him next
I'm
week.
surprised he hasn't woken up this whole time. Did you go to another room?
Yes, I go to another room.
Okay.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Yeah.
Let him sleep in his recliner. It is later there.
It is later there, and he did work all day. Was he to have full day, Mom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
First
and he
day.
loved it. He loved it,
Oh,
but
he-
he's tired. He's
I'm
Yeah.
hoping that maybe as a new segment we'll get some like courtroom reports from Dad.
Yeah,
like,
right.
What happened? Don't have to say names. Did you tase anybody today?
Yeah, like how many DUIs?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know he can't. You know he can't do that anymore.
Can't do what?
Get
He can't tase anybody.
Why?
It's
Is it because of his?
something that's a new. I mean, if somebody's fleeing, like when he was in court and that guy was running,
Yeah.
and
My dad did tase
Daddy
a guy.
knew Daddy knew he couldn't jump the courtroom benches and catch him, so he tased him. And his wife fainted, and they thought they would have to take her to the hospital
The
because
guy's wife that he tased thought it was a real gun.
Oh, my
Because it makes a
gosh.
pop noise when you do
Yeah,
it.
mhm.
And she didn't know it was a taser, and she had like a little heart attack.
Oh my
So
gosh.
she got injured the worst.
So Dad had to go take some classes and get recertified and everything, and found out that you can't do that anymore.
No more
That's right.
tasing.
No more tasing.
No tase.
Well, thank you, Mom. That was amazing.
Thank you.
You're okay.
And say hey to Dad for me, and we'll talk at you later.
Yeah, Happy New
Okay.
Year.
All right,
Happy
love
New
you.
Year.
Bye.
Love you too. Bye bye.
All righty, there you go.
Wow, I love it.
Can I tell you something? When I was home for Christmas and we did one of these podcasts and she had a little movie review ready to go, she writes it out.
She does.
Like it's a report. Like she's got notes and everything.
Wow.
So she's into it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is impressive.
Which is why I'm no longer going to try and speed it up. I'm just going to let her go.
let her do.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's best to just let her go.
That's right.
It's like Christmas Vacation. We watched Christmas Vacation. That's like always a tradition at my house. And I don't know if you saw the video that I posted of my dad, but my dad
Yes, I
watches
did.
it like it's the first time every day. And that's why it's so fun, is because my dad just gets so tickled,
Yes,
like
yes, I saw that.
and he's constantly like, that would never, no, you can't do that, like he gets so mad when Clark's on the roof and stapling the lights into the roof because you should not use a staple gun on lights.
Oh, yeah, electricity. Yeah,
He gets so mad.
that. Yeah.
He's like, oh, you can't do that. No, don't do that. And then also when the tree comes out, when they get the tree at the beginning.
Yes.
And it's pulled out by the roots.
Yeah.
You could never
No
do
one's
that.
that strong.
No one's that, He's just like so into it.
I love that. I mean, that's one of my favorites, too. Of course, A Christmas Story.
Yeah, right.
It's a great one.
Did you watch that this Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We watched it several times. And not only that, there's a new tradition that's going to happen now. Because AMC was doing all kinds of different Christmas movies that you kind of forgot about. And they aired Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh.
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh, my God.
So funny.
I forgot that. I was a kid when Ernest was like a thing. And he's rubber-faced. He's kind of like Jim Carrey in a weird way. I talked about that on the one I did with my parents, but the similarities between him and Jim Carrey, they're both like Comedy Store guys.
Yeah.
They're both started at an early age. They're both smarter than you think, and they're both like very physical and make crazy faces. It's like, who came first, the Barney or the Carrey?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's a perfect amount of cheese ball for a Christmas movie with your family.
Yeah, it's a good one to watch together. I
Yeah.
always like any movies that we can all watch together as a family and laugh about. And that's the fun part about being home for the holidays is just getting to do stuff together. And, you know, my parents love this podcast and they love listening to it. And they remember stuff about it that I forget that we've talked about.
Right.
And it's just so much fun to be around. And my sister and my brother-in-law, too. And I should tell you, too, my niece wrote a new jingle for us.
Oh, good.
Which, man, I have a video of it, but I even forget. But she did one for Rednecks Everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. Rednecks everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
And it's
do you have it video form?
I
or is
do,
it-
but if I can plug it in audio-wise, I can
well, I do
play
have
it
a
for you.
segment. It's not Rednecks everywhere though, but it's
Oh,
we can pretend.
well then forget it. No, just joking. But let me play you this.
Okay.
Can I
Yes,
use
yes.
the thing? Because I've been given that note by the family that if I don't plug in the video or the sound for her, it doesn't
Right.
know justice. So
Okay.
this is the Rednecks Everywhere song that my niece wrote and produced.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Wait, let me start that over because that's not. Hold on.
You got to do it all from
I gotta turn the volume up.
'cause
Sorry.
it starts off with a big. It's like
It does. Here you go. Yeah.
If you set off fireworks in your car, people are gonna assume that you live down in Florida in your parents' guest room.
But that ain't always true.
That's right, you may just live in Delaware, 'cause there are rednecks everywhere.
I love it.
People are gonna assume that you live down in Florida in your parents' guest room. I'll have to do that.
What'd she say about Delaware?
You may just live in Delaware because there are rednecks everywhere. And then the moo
man.
sound.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we had so
Good
much
job.
fun. Good job, Beatrice.
Yes.
She did a really good job on that. And it was just so much fun to just watch her work with her little piano and everything. And
I mean,
she's
this
just
is
so smart.
we got our own stuff, a little family show here.
It really is a great
Yeah.
family show all around.
How we doing over there, Aaron? A-Dog?
47.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I know you have a.
How would you like to dismount?
I would like for you. First of all, I want to hear your New Year's resolution, if you have one, because that
thank
was
you.
my personal question
That's right.
to you, which I already answered myself.
Mine, I've been kind of lazy over the years,
Mm-hmm.
and mine, I'm really going to try and put my foot on the gas. I'm on a new hour by the end of this year.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, so I've been working on new bits, and I got a buddy of mine, Brent, who opens with me, opens for me, and he's like pushing me as well. So yeah, that's it. So we'll
That's
see.
a great resolution.
I got it maybe 7 down.
7 minutes.
7 out of the hour.
Well, it's January 2nd.
I know, right? That's not bad.
So that's pretty good
And that
for
could turn
January
in,
2nd.
that 7 could turn to 5.
Yeah, by
You know,
next
so it
week.
goes back. It's like, oh, no, I'll cut that part.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
so far, so good. Yeah.
Good for you. Good
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
That's a good resolution.
I agree. Well, it needed to happen.
But you also have a well-read-neck
Yes.
thing.
Oh my gosh.
Is that what?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I should ask my mom this. I made them watch the documentary about the finders
Oh
keepers.
man, that I watched. Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah. So they love that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And and this is another documentary. It's about a guy. His name is Joseph Newman. Okay, he's an inventor and an author who developed a perpetual motion machine, and it greatly influenced the free energy movement back in the 70s and the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a book, The Energy Machine of Joseph Newman. Basically, this dude, he was like an orphan, and he went to the military later in life, and he saw like the devastation of like this one hurricane that hit some island in the Philippines, and he said he vowed to like, I'm going to do great things for humanity. I just want to save lives, no matter what that is.
Wow.
Right? He went to the University of Alabama. Roll Tide, but not next week. Go Bulldogs.
Thank you.
He graduated there, and then he really started getting into like he wanted to be an inventor, and he invented. It's weird. He invented the plastic barbells. So back in the day, before the plastic covered barbells, where
Okay.
it's safe if you drop it, it's not going to
Right.
break something. So he made a lot of money just off that, and then decided I'm just going to be full-fledged inventor. And he invented this perpetual energy machine that would have done away with gas, oil, nuclear energy, and it would have been free for the world.
What?
And he could never get it patented because the patent office, he thinks big oil is conspiring to shut him down. And this whole movie is the struggle between him trying to get that patent. And most of it
Really?
takes place in the late 70s, early 80s, when because they think it's a joke. They're like, there's some redneck in the woods
Right.
really invented this thing. Are you kidding me? Scientists went to look at it, engineers, physicists, and they all go like, we can't explain it, but it's working. Wow. And it's giving 100% energy. And, and so he had a hard time with it. And I'll just play if you want. You want to hear the,
Yes, of course.
This is just a trailer, but it's. I definitely recommend this.
I've utilized the energy in a magnetic field the scientific community has been totally blind to.
Joseph Newman is an inventor. Now, Mr. Newman claims this machine runs on its own energy. No oil, no gas, no nuclear fuel.
It's one of the most important things I've ever done in my life to help this man bring forth the technology literally can change the world.
With Joe Newman's energy machine, we're going to provide you with clean, reliable energy for a fraction of the cost. A big boost for the entire world.
They couldn't explain what was happening.
And he was getting some results that no one had ever gotten.
He's invented real stuff.
If you're going to reverse the law of physics, you better have some data to back it up.
When are you going to begin ready to test this device?
I wish to change the patent office as well as push this invention forward. I'm not promoting Joe Newman. I'm promoting the people of the world.
We all were just elated at what we were doing.
You need to stop working on this device or you will be eliminated.
What I'm doing is giving the people an example. If one man can shake the world, then what can the whole world do?
I want you to leave here knowing that the energy in a magnetic field is literally a river of energy.
Some people wouldn't choose him to be their hero, but Joe Newman is a hero.
You check back with me in a year and you're going to see a working prototype hooked to a home.
Yeah, it's got a good ending as well.
Wow.
No spoiler. It's got a little thing at the end. Where you're
And
like,
what's it called?
Newman.
Newman.
Yeah, and there's another document called Newman about the actor Newman and his cars that Adam Carolla did.
Oh.
So not that one.
Not that one.
Yeah, this one's Newman.
Different
and not the
Newman.
guy from Seinfeld either. Newman.
That's what I thought you were talking. Oh, okay,
Right,
okay,
right.
okay.
So it's about this guy from Alabama who came up with a
Unbelievable.
way to get free energy, and then the big old possibly shut them down.
That is the definition of a well-read-neck.
That is a well-read-neck.
That is incredible.
It's
good
really
job.
good.
You really find some good documentaries.
This one
That's
was an
fun.
accident. I happened to be on an airplane, and they had you just stream movies now on their Wi-Fi, and I like documentaries, and I picked that one, and I go like, this is going in the podcast.
Yeah, that's good. Good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I have to tell you really quick, I don't have it with me, but I will bring it next week. But so at Christmas, when I was home with my dad, he wanted to show me all of his records that he's been collecting, because in his man cave he has a bunch of sports stuff, but then he also has like a little music section, which he has like a little so for Christmas I got him this autographed record. Man, I totally forget who it was now. I feel like it was
it country?
Waylon Jennings, maybe.
Okay.
Man, well, he's gonna be mad that I forgot. But like,
Sorry.
I forget. So he's like
autographed.
showing me all these albums, and then I was like, well, let's listen to one. He's like, oh, I don't have a record player. So my sister and I ended up getting him, and my brother-in-law got him a record player for Christmas.
Nice.
With a little speaker, and but anyway, we listened to some Jim Neighbors albums,
Ooh, you
and
did?
he sent me home with One for You.
Oh, really?
Yes, so that is his Christmas present to you.
Oh,
So
what is it?
it's a Jim Neighbors
I
album.
have an album?
Yes, you have. Now you have a Jim Neighbors album from my father.
You
and
hug your daddy's neck for me.
I will.
That's amazing.
I will. So Tony just wanted you to know.
Tony, I love you.
Yeah, he was going to send you 2, and I was like, no, I'm keeping one.
Okay.
So you got one.
That's awesome.
But they were very. My dad was very excited to send you that because he knew that you liked him, and
wow.
I was very nice. So.
That was cool. Thank you, Daddy.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I will bring that in next week because it hasn't arrived to my house yet because I had to ship a bunch of stuff home.
Right.
So I couldn't carry it over to Europe.
Yeah, I got some stuff coming in from home as well. So, that's great, guys. What a great podcast.
What a fun podcast.
You got any tour dates you want to plug for?
Well, I'll be in D.C. this weekend if you're listening on Friday. I'll be at the Draft House in D.C. this weekend. And next weekend I'll be in Illinois. Well, I'll be there Thursday and Friday with Dennis Miller.
No
Two
kidding.
places, like Joliet, Illinois, and another place. And so just look where Dennis Miller's playing in Illinois.
Okay.
It's like an hour outside of Chicago each show.
That's
Thursday
awesome.
And
Well,
Friday.
good for you.
Mhm.
I'm going to be mostly in L.A. this month. I have one gig. It's going to be in, it's basically Cincinnati, Liberty Township, Funny Bone. I'll be there January 11th through 15th. Other than that, I'll be right here.
I love
more
it.
Friday episodes.
Thank goodness.
So thank you all for listening to this awesome episode of the Fried Podcast.
Yes, happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday, everybody.
And the radio up, I like to see sunrise. See the love in my woman's eyes. Feel the touch of my precious child. And no mother's